Yo, what's up, Foot Clan? Welcome to the dojo here. If you are new here, uh, and you like what you see, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and hit that ding bell for future content. All right, let's dive on in. Okay, guys, so what's up? I'm back here. It's the Shredder, you know. So, with Unicorn at 3, it brings up a point that people believe it's going to be defiant of Dragma's introduction when it comes out in Rise of the Duelist. Yes, the archetype is called Dragma. Do with that information as you may. So, what that means is, and the belief is that with Unicorn at 3, and the only reason why Unicorn came back to 3 is so that it helps Konami push Dragma a little bit easier. Now, okay, so let's talk about Nekroz first, because Nekroz has come to the conclusion, or the real question is, what is Nekroz going to do just purely on its own? And the thing is, it kind of does, it's not like meta defiant, which is why the card can come back, because it really wasn't doing anything in the OCG, and Nekroz on its own wasn't doing anything, or hasn't done anything since about a year ago, and that was at the UDS, and with one player playing it at events, and that was when Salad was a deck, was a structure deck before Signet mining. So there's that. Now, that being said, where does Dragma playing this? Now, what Dragma does is they play off of ripping cards out of the extra deck and really playing off that anti-meta kind of strategy. Now, Unicorn is a good card when you do all these setups and stuff like that. It can be good, but what Nekroz and Dragma do together are they basically plus you 10, which in theory is like really cool, but drawing cards is, I guess, good, but drawing cards doesn't do anything if the only card on the field is a Dragma monster, which could end up being an effect veiler, a Winda on your turn, and a Unicorn. That's annoying. But the problem is there's other versions of Dragma that just do less, and they just don't burn through so many resources. So you have Invoke Dragma, you have Eldritch Dragma, you have Shadar Dragma, and this is all just looking at the OCG. You know, if you also think about it, by the time Banlist is supposedly supposed to drop, which is in September, we're still going to have Jet Synchron, Hella Racks, and stuff like that in the meta. So you could also see a Synchron Dragma list where you're ending on a Savage, some drawing cards with the Dragma engine and Dragma shenanigans. You could have that same aspect of the synchro, and that's where I'm coming from here, is they could end on a VFD. You know, that's just really strong, and I think that's why the metagame will change so vastly. With cards such as in Toon Chaos, you have the Infernoble Knights coming out, you have Dragma coming out. These are also, as we know, two meta decks that take out, or not take out, or they add some interesting things to the meta, such as with Eldritch and and Emancipators. So you're gonna have those 4 decks butting heads. I just feel that the Nekroz version isn't as good because the better version is the Invoked. Again, when you're playing this resource game, and this deck does this really good thing at going first, where if you play the Invoke variant, and this is what the Invoke variant does. So you make a Macabre by your 5th summon, so you're not getting the Beirut. You end on the level 4 Dragma, the Spellcaster, I believe. Well, they're all Spellcasters, I think. You end on the level 4, which could get you to the level 8, which is like an Effect Veiler, the Knight. And you have a window on the field. I just feel like you can lock your opponent out doing other things with less resources on the opponent. And that's why I feel like Nekroz Dragma doesn't work with that. There's also the fact that you have the Zaborg variant. You have the variant. You have the incantations, which that's really what this is like replacement of. It's like the Dragma cards are just incantations, but they're just like not better or worse. They're just kind of the same thing, so they don't really like change up anything. Nekroz still would probably be better at going second. That seems to be like, if you're talking pure, that seems to be what the camps are saying. And this is what I'm hearing from the Invoked group, from the Nekroz group, from the Dragma group, from the Elders group, is that everybody feels like Invoke Dragma is the more better resource game deck or engines that you can splash together, where the Nekroz just isn't good because plus 10 and doing that is cool and all, but when you can do that with other cards, or when you can play a better resource game, and the players seem to like, for some reason, the Camtations more, or the going second, or the Zaborg variant, the Nekroz players don't really care for the Dragma variant as much, because even in that, they just feel like there's other variants of the deck. Alright, Shredder is out.